Alright. It's happening. I'm doing it. We're live. I already did it. Okay, I think now the main thing will be keeping this over here where I can then also read stories. Streaming, we're recording, we're live. Yeah. Hi, welcome in. Oh my goodness. There's a brief moment I thought I was going to be by myself today. Can you hear me? I get like the tiniest little green thing. That sounds weird. Hi, tree person. Hi, Matt. Okay, good. I get like just the tiniest indication that any sound is coming through. And I don't fully understand why. Hello, Galaxy Cat. I'm glad you can hear. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okie dokie. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, hello, Knightfang. Mooney. I don't have a lab today, so I can go on stream. Yeah, welcome in. Alright, so far... Matt, did you... I feel like you didn't have a character in this time around, or we already read it, or something. So far I have Galaxy Cat, Knightfang, Mooney/Mischief, and Tree Person on the list. Just like giving input on future songs. I love it and appreciate it. In the middle of art history, my professor just doesn't seem to care. Amazing. Forever DM. Yeah. How well? Okay, hold on. I really need there to be a way to give nicknames on both TikTok and Twitch because I cannot. You know, I am curious about how this is listed because I swear this is in reverse order of the way that they're not even reverse order. That's what's stranger. Yeah, who can say? Who can say? Hello? Avalon! Is it? It shouldn't be. But you're right, it is. It's supposed to be from when I Oh, I know why. Hold on. No. Yes. No. That doesn't make any sense either. Update. I see. I had one too many sorts that didn't make any sense in here. The alphabetical was not intentional. Or actually related. Avalon. I'm changing it to Avalon in my list. You're all out of sorts. Kobold's rise! Right? A Night's Draw we read for you, right? Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello. Is it Jay? Have we read for you yet? Hi, Cyber the Bard. Let me mark you down. Okay, so in the correct order, I have Tree Person, Galaxy Cat, Knightfang, Mooney/Mischief, Avalon, Cyber the Bard. Also, let us not forget bingo today, as I was about to. I am so scattered. But when am I not scattered? We are all a little kobold. Can't stay long because I'm on lunch break, sadly, so probably shouldn't be on the list. Well, I'll have you marked on the list, and that will at least add to your times weighted, so that next time you get a little credit for that, which should bump you up again. bingo.dorko.tv. And that way, if you do happen to be able to be here when we get to you, then, yeah. May or may not be making a kind of animated comic dub about my D&D campaign to post on YouTube. That sounds exciting and very fun. I'm here for the support. Thank you. I appreciate it, Matt. Would you like to be a voice actor in it? Oh, maybe. I would need to know like time commitment, role, etc., etc. if you email me. Ann@dorko.tv, ANNE at dorko.tv, with more information. That would be awesome. If I can submit a character, bingo would hold on. A profile song about a place. I'm not sure I follow. I have been allowing DMs to submit like NPCs, especially if said NPC's story has come from like improving throughout. Hello, Noah. Hello, Puppet Theater System. And over here also, hello. You fixed it? Oh, Panthea. Yes, yes, yes. I was like, I know who you are. I know. Ooh, have so much fun on your date. I'm so excited for y'all to see Natty's backstory. I put the most effort into her out of all my characters so by far. Oh, see, and this is the thing. Like, I know. In many of these cases, I know. And then yet. Ooh, your boyfriend and you are going to get dim sum? That sounds delicious. Okay, I will say, however, you've waited the longest, so if you have long enough to stick around, you have been bumped to the top of the list just now. You are the only person who I have marked as waiting 3 times. I'm also excited. This is one of my highlights of my week, to sit and read these characters. I wonder if I, like, move this chat down here, if that's easier for me to keep up with. So then you're really side by side. Waiting on the train? Okay. I'm on my knees begging politely for you to do Artificer and Blood Hunter for your class songs. Yeah, I'm excited about getting back into those, first of all. I'm using the February Record Production Month Challenge, rpmchallenge.com, if you want to learn more, to, as a push for me to finish, or at least get a lot of the character class songs written and at least a demo recorded for myself. And then from there, I can then work through those to actually publish the way that I've done Barbarian and Bard. So I did do the Cleric one. I'm getting to work on the Druid one. Fighter, I already asked questions. I'm going to be asking for feedback on like all of the main character class songs. And the faster that I get all those written, the more likely that sooner than later I will get to Artificer and almost certainly Blood Hunter at this point. Some of y'all are very passionate about Blood Hunter character class. So that is being bumped up on my list. I'm doing what every Arrow Ace person should be doing on Valentine's Day. D&D. Very good. Very good. I'm just sitting here organizing windows. Yeah, I'm sure, Tree Person. I'm sure that a lot has happened since the submission. I think it's kind of fun to do these submissions in this way, and it's part of why I still have, like, for unread characters, I do have the option for people to update now via email, if they've submitted via email. But I kind of like it because it's a snapshot of your character at the time of submission, and because this is a year-long, like, this goes throughout the year, so it's kind of fun to, like, yeah, I don't know, see what that character was at that time. I based my character submission on an old Outer Limits episode. I don't know what that is. Hi, Skywolf. What's my favorite D&D meme? Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know. Hi, Amanda. Welcome in. I feel like I might have missed someone coming in, but, I don't work during story time. I'm sorry you're sick, but I'm happy you're here. Should I be adding you to the list, TJ? Honestly, I would have submitted my Blood Hunter character if I wasn't currently playing him and afraid my D&D group finding out his backstory too soon. Oh my god. I have been forbidden from playing Blood Hunters. I keep making new ones. Hello, Terrible Paint. Welcome in. Fletcher! Welcome, welcome. Fletcher, should I be having you on the list? Hi, sweetie. Good to see you. How's Con Crunch going? That's me with fighters. Yeah, so far, okay, this is my list so far. I already read you. Okay. Puppet Theater System, Tree Person, Galaxy Cat, Knightfang, Moony Mischief, Avalon, Cyber the Bard, Amanda, and TJ. If you are not on that list and you think you should be, oh, good luck, Sweet Tea, you got this. If you are not on that list and you think you should be, please let me know that you have a character that I have not read for you in chat. I've done my best to add people that I'm pretty sure haven't had their character read, and asked about those I wasn't sure on, but I may have missed. So again, Puppet Theater System, Tree Person, Galaxy Cat, Knightfang, Moony Mischief, Avalon, Cyber, the Bard, Amanda, and TJ. I have a new Bard character for a Strahd campaign, and I'm so excited. Amazing. Lucky not to have to work today. I've been busy lately, but I have time to relax. I am glad to hear that. Hello, Nintendo. Oh yeah, Max. Hold on. Let me add you in. Hi, Matthew. How are you doing today? Christina. Okay, just making sure whether I've had you on the list before. Welcome in. Okay. Tori, should I be adding you to the list? My DM gave me the green light to multi-class Hikari into a sorcerer so I can take a Motion Lord, also from Valdaspire of Secrets. I can't wait for her to be unable to control her emotions. Amazing. Yogiana. Good vibes and hard work. I'm animating things. Ooh! Is it things? Do you have videos of the previous lives? I do. Also, should I add you to the list? Now I'm here for Puppet Theater System. Sounds awesome. On YouTube, nice. On YouTube, same username and Dorco. I have a playlist where I've been uploading the VODs. There's one missing because it didn't get recorded. There was a mishap. I won. First of all, I didn't know people wanted this. I didn't know people wanted to watch it later. So I didn't record locally. And then TikTok is supposed to give you a download, but then they royally messed up and did not. So there was no download for me, and it got lost in the fray. But the rest of them are there. There are 16 so far, I believe, so minus one. So there are 15 videos uploaded, each probably at least 2 hours. Yeah, it was a hot mess. What flavors of trauma are we experiencing today? As a reminder, you have the option to play bingo, TTRPG character story trope bingo. You can download your card at bingo.dorko.tv if you'd like to play along. But yeah, I will definitely add you to the list then. I am not sure. Locodius of Korg. Even if I don't get to you today, if you have a character for me to read, then you have at least been on the list, which then bumps you up next time you come around as well. So I'm going to read the list again and then read Puppet Theater before Puppet Theater has to go. Puppet Theater, Max, Tree Person, Galaxy Cat, Knightfang, Moony/Mischief, Avalon, Cyber the Bard, Amanda, TJ, Christina, and Locodius of Korg are who I have here for today, because, and this gets weighted based on how it's so much easier to pronounce. Okay, Korg. Thanks. Finished the drawing I was working on suddenly 3 hours and oh no, wait. You lost 3 hours of work, but you finished it now? Okay. Puppet Theater System, can you tell me your character name? Because I definitely did not keep track of that. Rux. Found it. Hello, Juicebox. How are you today? Let me mark you down for being here. Just as a reminder, I have a do I look fake? I have a system where it gets weighted. If you've waited before, you get bumped up in the line. So that's a thing. So I will say we have 13 people on the list right now. The top 2 have 3 times waited. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people have waited twice. And then we have 3 people who I have here on the list for the first time. Yeah. How many purples will we have today? My vote is at least 2. I'd like to think so. Guess to drop their calculus so they can finally watch live. Ashley! School is important. But let me add you to the list. It's okay. It's okay. We welcome everyone. Except for trolls. Okay, Ashley, you do you. Okay, we're going to get started already. 15 minutes in, that's pretty good for me. That's pretty good for me. Again, if you bingo.dorko.com, no, bingo.dorko.tv, if you would like to play bingo, character story trope bingo with us, you can download your own unique bingo card from there. We have like 98 tropes at this point. But what PC is troll array still not accepted? Oh, that was the most literal hee I've ever done. Meanwhile, I am definitely not watching at work. Oh, Lord. All right, we will be reading for... I'm afraid my brain's gonna, like, mess that up. I don't read it. We are reading for Puppet Theater System, Rux, Changeling, Undead Warlock, pronouns other, TBD, coming in later. 27 years old. Okay. So Changeling Squad, if you have that square. I know that's a square option. I don't think I have it. Okay. Rux. Party role, double agent turning protector. Okay, we got some opportunities here for some juicy storylines. Backstory. They originally were married to a fire genasi named Cyrus, but Cyrus was killed by a noble. Rux, enraged, shape-changed to kill the noble, but got caught. They were set to be executed, but Strahd promised them power in exchange for servitude. They got their revenge, but is stuck in an open-ended deal and forced to follow Strahd's commands. Oh, delicious potential betrayal. Oh, dear. So, yeah, that's, Ooh, they are stuck. They are stuck. Now, that's one hell of a warlock option. I'm already looking to see if I have any... I should just look at this after we've read the story. Okay, story arc. They have decided to betray Strahd, wanting to break free from the unfair pact he struck. He was strictly told not to get too attached to the party, yet he ended up being close, despite his efforts to keep his feelings in. He went as far as to disguise as Strahd himself, using his infinite disguise kit, bag of holding, to try and trick a thrall, even though he failed. Wielding the blood spear, he is not keeping secrets from the party anymore, fighting to break free from his pact so he won't hurt those who gave him a second chance. With his pact strengthening, however, he's lost more and more of his mortality. Will he be able to get Strahd to free him with as little consequence as possible? Ooh, now that's a cliffhanger. I know Strahd squad, where you at? I know Strahd is involved as another square potential, but I don't have one. Let's see. Uncontrollable and or wild magic? Strahd is involved. I do have that one. Just kidding. Strahd is involved. Is definitely on there. Tricked by villain into committing evil? I'm not sure if that one qualifies here. From naive to jaded? Self-aware of the monster, being the monster to be defeated. I feel like that's like borderline right on there. Tricked by villain into committing evil? Okay, I will mark that one. Would betrayal count too? Oh, that's probably what yes was, not for my villain one. Oh boy. Mind control? Probably not quite. He was even given a new last name recently of Teray, like to signify this change. Like, wait, for what reason? I have questions. Revenge? That's definitely Revenge. Revenge is on here. It's both. Mind control also happened. Okay. I'll just mark it. We have an anecdote and character details to get to. I just knew this was rife with bingo options. Alright, that's 4 squares for me, at least, if I didn't miss anything. Okay. Anecdote. In the most recent stream, Rux gets a dream influenced by Strahd. He warns Rux that in a few days he will kill one of the party members, and that it will be Rux's fault. Waking up, Rux panics and rushes outside. Lord Neverember... Why do I recognize Lord Neverember? Following after him to help comfort, Rux tells Lore of the dream, upset that he sealed one of his own party members' fates. Lore tells him, "You have to keep up hope. It's the only thing that will beat him out. Keep looking forward to the next dawn." In a broken, tear-filled voice, Rux responds, "You are my dawn." Oh, I'm gonna cry. Lord Neverember's my boy. Okay, I was like, I know this name. I know this name. Oh, you are my dawn. The Wizard. Right. Right. How fun. Tears. I know. This is my kind of story. Yes. Okay. Whew. That one got me in the feels. Character details. They go by any pronouns but mainly he, him. He has grayish skin, 2 sets of pure white eyes, and 2 sets of elvish ears. Excuse me. His fingers are slowly turning black from his pact. He also wears the wedding bands of him and Cyrus around his neck. For the second picture, it's from the art submitted. It's Strahd telling him, "I told you not to get attached." I was legit crying when saying "You are my dawn." Yeah, I bet. Looks. Well, amazing, beautiful, well done. Wow, yeah. Right in the feels, that one. Right in the feels. Little scratchy boy behind me. Whew, well, that was Rux. We read a story, y'all. We did it! Now I'm just gonna go feel things in a corner. Okay. Max. We're streaming tonight and the dinner with Strahd is coming up soon. Ooh, how exciting. Very, very fun. Yes, because my day just felt too happy. I make everyone cry. Happy Valentine's Day! Oh, right. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I'm not crying. I have something in my eye. Don't worry about it, Max. What is your character's name? Again, I know you told me before. Ruck's gonna be in trouble. Omnak Ratsby. Puppet's like, is that a threat? Fear. I have one fear. I have many fears. Okay, I swear there's like a hair stuck in my face. I keep thinking I got it. But then it's something still there. Alright. Omnak. Yes, fear me. My character has a doggo named Puppet. Amazing. Okay, have a lovely date, Puppet. Thank you so much for sharing your character with us. Okay, Omnak. Does it sound right? If it sounds right, then that's all that matters. I know, wow, makes us cry and leaves. The audacity. O sound like Omnak or Omnak. Like O, like Sandra O. Omnak. Oh, I'm gonna say yes is to that. Omnak, okay. Sometimes I make judgment calls and my judgment's not great. You can put that one on a cross-stitch pillow. Alrighty. So, for Max, we have Omnak Ratsby. Half-orc, barbarian, and paladin of vengeance. She, hers, 28 years old. Omnak is the person always at the back of the group. She's quiet and is more of an observer. She has had a rough life, and the way she acts definitely shows that. She's a mother, a defender, and protector. She will always sacrifice herself for her friends. She's done bad things, and she's trying to be good. Oh, okay. I'm already invested. Backstory. Omnak's story starts with her being left in the woods by her mother as a baby. She was found by a group of outlaws who raised her and taught her everything she knows about thieving, fighting, and killing. But as she grew into a teen, she started to realize that she was simply being used by them. And as she became a teen, she wasn't as useful to them anymore, and therefore she left. Mommy. After living a lonely and crime-ridden life, she found comfort in taverns, and that's where she met the man who would change her entire life. He knocked her up. I didn't see that one coming. Okay. Ayo. Okay, but then he's not nice. He knocked her up and left her to raise the baby alone with no money and no home. Okay, well then. On Valentine's Day. Hey, Nymphadora, how are you? I know, rude. Jeez, take some responsibility, man. Oh. Ooh, okay, we're getting good. We're getting good here. This man was ruthless and part of a large gang of criminals. 5 years after her son's birth, she ran into him at the very same tavern where they first met. She saw red and murdered him in cold blood. His gang chased her down. Oh no, it got really sad. She loses the son. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I didn't read that far ahead. So we lose the son. I'm really sorry. That's super sad. I went in with a wrong energy for that sentence. I know, murder is on the menu. I know, no! I heard you like feels, so I put feels in your feels. Whew, this is a roller coaster. I'm having a roller coaster of emotions. I was like, get him! Wait, no! I know, energy's all over the place. Feels all over. About 2 years later, after losing her son, Omnak found a friend in the druid Marlik. It went from good for her to oh no real quick. Yeah. And the two soon joined an adventuring party, which Omnak was reluctant to join. Marlak. Found a friend in the druid Marlak. I like to reread it because I edit these later. And I quickly learned that if I don't say it right ever, it's very hard to put a video that makes any sense for TikTok. Girl boss to girl loss. Matthew, no. No. Oh no. Where was I? Being the loner that she has always been, but after learning that they were going to a town where the orc gang was Hold on. But after learning that they were going to a town where the orc gang was holed up, she decided to go along with it. Even if her reasons were revenge, she soon found she enjoyed the company of her party. Whew, we all need therapy. Yes. Yes. Yes, we do. Ooh, tavern brawl? Does that count as a tavern brawl? Really, really, really upsetting tavern brawl. You're telling me if you play D&D, you don't need therapy? So. She hadn't learned yet that vengeance begets vengeance. You know, sometimes your vision just goes red and you can't really think logically. Where was I? Story arc. She's a little slow, but it's okay. After traveling with the party for about 5 months, they reached the town where the orc gang ruled. Omnak quickly started searching out their exact location, slaying anyone or anything standing in her way. Including a young innocent orc who refused to give her the info she wanted. This was a big turning point in her story, and it took a lot for the party to forgive her. She finally reached the fort where they were staying, and after a long and emotionally draining battle, Omnak finally found peace for her son. She sat at his grave that night, surrounded by her friends. After this, Omnak decided she wanted to help others find that same peace, and with that, she and her party left to find a temple for paladins of vengeance. After looking around, they found the temple, and Omnak took her oath, promising to help others find that peace that she had to wait for so long. Love is blind, but so is rage. Yes. Vengeance! Vengeance only begets vengeance if there's anyone left to commit it. Oh my god. Omnak was fueled by rage and anger for a very long time. Even while trying to ease her guilt, she only added to it. The innocent blood she spilled felt just like the blood of her son. After killing the man who killed him, she didn't feel much for a while, but the peace soon came. She really didn't feel it till she was at her son's grave. He wasn't there anymore, and he had moved on, and that eased her. She's almost happy now, acting more extroverted than she has ever done before, and being very motherly to her party. Oh. Yeah, very good story. Hi, Brick. How are you doing? Makes me feel all the feelings, right? Criminal activity. Definitely criminal activity has happened in this story. This is not sibling trauma, though. This is, like, other trauma. I'm kind of counting this as tavern brawl. I know it's not really a brawl, but taverns and fights were involved. Nothing beats a mother's love except maybe her rage. Yeah. I just want to give her a hug, right? Oh. Alright, tree person, sounds good. Anecdote. Not too long ago in the campaign, Omnak found her mother. It was not purposeful, but she realized very quickly. The two were very similar. Her mother was shocked. She was ashamed. She hadn't had a choice when she left Omnak in the woods all those years ago. She had hoped Omnak survived, but hope was all she had. Omnak was angry. She felt betrayed for never getting to have a mother. Her mom tried to reconnect, but Omnak told her she had found her own family in her party. Oh. Yeah. Character details. Favorite color is indigo. Favorite pastime is writing and sketching in her journal. Pet peeve is people who chew with their mouth open. Awesome habit is cleaning everyone's weapons. Annoying habit is messing with her belt, making annoying clanking noises. We're trying to be quiet! She's covered in scars, but has a very noticeable one across her left cheek and nose. She has a beauty mark on the left side of her chin and one under her right eye. It's time to crush everything! These are the quotes. Has everyone tied their shoelaces? I'll crack your teeth out if you don't shut up. Amazing. Perfection. Absolutely wonderful. I was like, wait, I recognize this picture. Gorgeous. She's a brute, not a stealther. Totally. Totally. Stealth versus barbarian stealth. Wonderful. All right. We did another one. Thank you, Max. Tree person, if we read you really fast, would you be able to stay for that long? You're welcome. Okay, what was your character's name again? I'm glad I can make everyone feel stuff. Barbarian stealth. No one can hear you if everyone is unconscious. Truer words have never been spoken. Romuva. Romuva. Hi, Cass. Welcome in. Hello, Maddened Jester. Welcome in. Finally not working during a live. Yes. Okay, I have to read this one as quick as possible so that tree person doesn't end up being late. So I'm gonna focus on this story real quick. Okay, reading for tree person. Right now. We're doing it. Yeah, I got you on the list, Madden Jester. Romuva, a gnome wildfire druid. She, hers, 100 years old. Party roll. You know how Thorin Oakenshield in The Hobbit is very much adamant about getting his home back from the dragon that lives there? Yes, absolutely. Think that, but change it to my character, and make the motivation against a black dragon lord that has terrorized the village in the swamps and attempted to take it under his rule before they all decided that they would rather die in a fire than be under him. Besides being the secondary healer of the group, she is like the slightly angsty but awkward daughter, is like a sister to one of the other survivors of the fire of the group. Backstory. Romuva isn't her real name, but the name of her village community after its fall, so that it wouldn't be forgotten in its ashes. Her role was to try and save the children from the flames so that they could rebuild after the carnage, but she couldn't save them as the flames licked at her harmlessly. Her motivation to adventure with this party is partly revenge on this dragon lord and to hopefully rebuild her now destroyed village and community. Oof. Oof. Dragons, man. They really know how to burn it all to the ground. Story arc. At first, she was very cold at the beginning, with the belief that life is a constant battle and therefore an unforgiving force leading to her ideals of how they should go about the plan of taking down the dragons that have a tight grip on the land. But after she had broken down more imploding into fire and screaming out her emotions in front of her party, after an event that brought back her trauma of the fire, she has slowly warmed up to the party. Pun intended? She began to be a lot more comfortable with them after that, even if she is still awkwardly trying to relearn socialization. There are two kinds of games. Where do the dragons go, and how do we get rid of these dragons? Haha, arson. Relearn socialization. Only recently, her party had finally defeated and slain the dragon lord that had terrorized her village, and who was dipping his claws in necromancy and used the corpses of her people as grunts and soldiers, which also makes them the first to actually kill an adult dragon in the land. For the first time, there is a chance to take back the land from the dragons who hoard it. Oh, yeah, warmed. You got it warmed up. Ooh, that's rough, man. That's rough, buddy. Anecdote. She burnt the entirety of the Duke Green Dragon's domain and hoard when she got kidnapped, and almost used to spread their dogma through her made-up cult by summoning her familiar and doing magical pyrotechnics in order to make a new god to demean them for claiming themselves gods, adding the name Gabija Gabija, as this ash and smoke being into the cult of Lavos. Oh, there's a lot of question marks at the end of this. Smoke into being into the cult of Lavos's lore. There's several cult options for squares. I know that. Hey, Protex, I'm well. How are you? I know, insert Zuko. That's rough, buddy. I want to dip my claws into necromancy, but not like that, though. Evil, evil. Does this count as naive to jaded? Gabbia. Ah. She accidentally started a cult with her familiar Gabbia. Lovingly nicknamed... Oh, wait, I skipped over. Gabbia. Excuse me. Hold on. I'm gonna read that line again. Adding the name Gabbia as this ash and smoke being into the cult of Lavos's lore. Nailed it. I have already added you, Cass. Thank you for speaking up, though. Because I don't always know. Character details. Also, check your bingo cards. Because there's a lot of cult possibilities for squares. So if you haven't downloaded one, you can go bingo.dorko.tv to play along. I don't think I have any cults, but I accidentally started... No! Accidental leader of a cult! Pretty sure that's coming up. Because I skipped ahead. Protex, I'm well. I hope you're good. I forget if I already said that. Yeah, there's bingo! Bingo.dorko.tv is the generator I built for character story trope bingo to play along during these live readings. Character details. Romuva is heavily inspired by Lithuanian paganism, and even if it's past, with her main backstory of her village burning itself, rather than surrendering, revolving around one of the events that happened in the dukedom that was today's Lithuania. She has a magic focus of the amber necklace that her mom gave her, and tends to hold or fiddle with it to remind herself of her roots. Her wildfire familiar, named Gabbia, found it, is a comfort to her, and is almost her child. She accidentally started a cult with her familiar, Gabbia, lovingly nicknamed in our table as the boy, yes, called the cult of Lavos. She has a long hair in a braid that is around rear length and wears the traditional clothing of her community due to the attack occurring on a holiday that they were celebrating. Oh, all right. No, have a good one. I hope you are able to get some rest. Brick. See you later. Have a good one at work. Yes, Jester. I have you on the list. And Lithuanian, nice. Farewell. Okay, accidental leader of a cult, absolutely. Glorious characters for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I think that's abandoned as a child. I think we already had abandoned as a child with the whole mother thing earlier. Yeah, I forgot to mark that. Okay. Ashley, are you still here? I know I saw an Ashley. I don't think there's been an outright bad character yet. Yeah, and even, like, I've had to, like, censor some character stories, more or less, but even those were not, like, bad. It just didn't feel appropriate for the for, like, this. These are phenomenal, yo, yes. Alright, Ashley, what was your character's name? Korg, thank you so much for popping through. Entry person, you as well. Have a good rest of y'all's days, those who have to head out. El de jour, how are you doing today? Lilith Whitlocke. Feels like out of a book. Blessed and highly favored. Glad to hear it. I am also. Okay, reading for Ashley. We have Lilith Whitlocke. Also, just a quick reminder, don't forget to drink refreshing beverages that will hydrate you whatever that means for you. And if you have any medication that you're supposed to take today that you have not yet, I recommend that you do that now before you forget. Staying hydrated is healthy for you. Very good. All right, Lilith Whitlocke, also called Lil, only called this by her twin. A human gunslinger, Dulhang subclass. She, hers, 23 years old. Yeah, gotta take the hormones. Do it now. Party role. Angsty fighter that would rather be anywhere else, but would die for the party. I don't want to be here, but I will sacrifice myself for you if needed. Backstory. The Whitlocke family, a family of specialty mercenaries, was forced into hiding after being put under constant attack. On her brother, Malachi, and her first mission, Malachi went missing in a vampire's mansion. Now she travels in search for her brother. She gives help without question to anyone in search of loved ones, which puts her and her party in lots of trouble. Ooh. Story arc. Lilith is working with her party of goofballs to help find a nobleman's younger sister. She has yet to tell her party of her brother and why she jumped at the opportunity to help the suspicious man, but they followed her without question. Oh, we love a committed family. Oh, not the vampires. After a tragic loss in their first fight, they are stuck with a critically injured client and nowhere to go until they can find a magic user. The party is becoming more suspicious of what Lilith is hiding, and why is she so desperate to help the man reunite with his lost sibling. The night after the fight, they confront Lilith about her suspicious behavior, to which she must tell them everything about her family and who she is. All vampires. Belmont? I'm not familiar with Belmont. Strahd I'm familiar with. I'm telling you, it's always vampires. Never trust them. I play multiple vampire characters. Fantastic. Fantastic. Castlevania joke. See, I never ended up watching Castlevania. Hi, Raven. How are you? I am doing well. I just like the vampire trope. The Belmonts are a family of vampire hunters. Yes, you may, Raven. Where was I? Anecdote. In a fight between the party and a group of guards, her pistol broke. Out of frustration, she threw her pistol to the side and pulled out a sawed-off shotgun, previously owned by her brother, and charged the guard who was attacking her friend. The shotgun jammed after one successful shot, causing her to yell profanities, which surprised her party as she had kept a very prestigious attitude for the whole time they knew her. Since then, she acts more like herself with the party rather than the noble persona she puts on with others. Aww. I am not sure, Raven. I'm not gonna lie, I get a lot of DMs, and I have forgotten whether I got yours. Vamps are a good trope. Hello, nerdy ass cosplayer. When you're nice to someone, are you anecdoting? Hold on. Okay, I already had Raven. Oh yeah, I wanted to add you on here. With the power of love, passion, incredible violence, and friendship. Nice. Okay, very awesome. I'll have to read that. Remaking my character, so I resubmitted it. Okay, sounds good. She threw the broken gun at her target. Sounds good. Yeah, basically I'll go through soon again and just check for duplicates, and that should take care of it. That's what we call a bad rolling day. I rolled like 5 1s that night. Oh my god. No, if I recall correctly, you were not there when we got to your name, so I skipped over you. But I've added you now to the list for today. Sorry, where was I? Character details. Lilith's favorite color is a dark, rich blue. She journals and writes notes home in her spare time. Her top pet peeve is people not taking missions seriously. One awesome habit is her perception. One annoying habit is that she points out people's mistakes without thinking. She has a scar going across her nose from her first mission, as well as her family crest tattooed on her shoulder. She is known for her rather foul language while fighting and being a very noble character when talking with anyone other than her party. Beautiful. Anecdote was like, love, power, friendship, passion, violence, swears, and these guns I found. I may or may not nerdy ass cosplayer. I tend to read for people who are present just because they're here. But yeah, at some point, we can potentially just go ahead and go with yours. But when there are people here who I still haven't read, I tend to skip over and focus on those. Alrighty, that was for Ashley. Which brings us to Maddened Jester. We've had a few folks come in who have waited several times, so the list has been updated just a little bit. We have Maddened Jester, Raven, Galaxy Katt, Knightfang currently up next. We are at 51 minutes in. Sorry, I just read my sopping wet fail guy. Mid-sip. Ooh! I'm fine. It's fine. I started laughing. What is your sopping wet fail guy's name? No dying on stream. I will do my absolute best not to. Jay Redhart. Okay, Mooney. See you next time. Ooh. I don't know. Something about that really tickled me. Hello, Ducky. Welcome in. We love near-death experience. Near being the really critical word there. It needs to just be near. Whew. Okay. Reading for Maddened Jester, we have J. Redhart. I feel like that cleared something in my throat, though. That's nice. Human Graviturgist Wizard. Did I say that right? What the hell is that? I haven't really spent very little time understanding options for wizard. Graviturgist. Gravity magic? Okay, that sounds fun. He is 27 years old. Seems like all of our characters have experienced near-death trauma, or if they haven't, they will. Yeah. Party role. What does DPS stand for? One of Mercer's subclasses? I really need to finally actually watch like Dimension 20 and Critical Role. I started, but I want to like listen, but I never have like that much time to sit and like really pay attention. And I also, yeah, I struggle. I also can't like, I want to listen to podcasts. I can't listen to podcasts. I want to like listen to more books and stuff. I really struggle. I have a very limited amount of time in my day where where I'm not already focusing on something. It's very rough. It's very difficult for me. He's the heavy hitter. Okay. It makes sense. Damage per second. Hello, Karlak. Still very behind on C3 of Critical Role. Okay. Party role. Emotionally unavailable DPS. The heavy hitter. Backstory. Jay was a child soldier being raised in the king's army before eventually becoming his court wizard. That feels like a little bit of a switchover. When it was found he had a knack for... Oh, sorry. It helps when I finish the goddamn sentence. Before eventually becoming his court wizard, when it was found he had a knack for the arcane. Makes sense. There it is. After being betrayed by a god of magic and having his standing, reputation, and home ripped away from him, he swore off relying on anyone or anything outside of himself ever again, creating a serum he regularly takes to facilitate not having to draw on the weave. However, this serum is slowly killing him, and he's traveling with the party in hopes of finding something to mitigate the serum's negative qualities. Ooh! The list gets remade every single time, Ducky. And so you are at the bottom of the list of people who have waited twice already now, but there are many people ahead of you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get to you today regardless, Ducky, because I probably won't even be able to read that many stories as it is. That is your backstory, yes. But yes, you are on the list. I am noting that you're here so that next time you'll also get that +1 to your times weighted, which pops you up higher on the list next time as well. So hopefully that'll help. I'm looking at my bingo card. I don't think we have anything new here. Not yet. Story arc. Jay met the party in an old muddy tavern in a forgotten village, getting dragged and protecting that village from a bandit raid, while he's currently trying to seek out a member of an ancient apothecary guild who's on the run. His accomplishments on the way are notable in and of themselves, such as solving a murder in a frozen city, losing his eye, fighting a pack of displacer beasts, and actually finally learning that maybe there are people he can rely on. Sometimes. Don't push your luck. Anecdote. A vampire king once tried to convert Jay to his thrall, resulting in Jay bringing the castle down on his head with a few well-placed gravity wells. Maddened, Jester, no, we're already reading it, so I don't allow changes after that. Otherwise, that would be wild. If I've spent time getting to know your character, allowing changes after that is just not possible. Just as a reminder, I have now over 1,500 plus characters to read through, so allowing updates after I've already read it, just in general, is very wild. Yeah, that's correct. It's a lot. So yeah, I completely understand wanting to update, and I do allow, I need to like put the link up so people can find it. But I will allow people who have not read their story to edit if you use your email address in there to get like a link to update. No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. It's a totally valid. I get it. I get the urge. But yeah, for me, I cannot. It's too much. It's a lot of information. It's a lot of information and stories. Which is also why the limit on characters, I have added lots of character limitation, like literal like typing characters, not character. And why I'm looking for like big story beats and one short, small, specific story rather than like a bunch of detail, because as much as I love to read 1,000,000 pages on all your characters, like that would literally be, I cannot read like the 20-page version for every character, right? You can send it to me and maybe one day I'll be able to read it, but it will not end up being like a part of this project, if that makes sense. I don't mind being like sorry. I don't mind being like where you send fun information and lore to, but I may or may not be able to read it on any timeline ever. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You are a dedicated bard. Thank you. I'm doing my best. It's really, this is a very fun, cool project, and I wish I could give everyone everything and write a song for everybody and get to everyone's characters all the time. But yeah, I have to also keep it to a sane level of my abilities. Yeah, if it were for the character limit, I would have typed a book for my backstory. Throws my 50 pages of fan fiction all around. Yeah, I was very excited when the tool that I use introduced the ability to actually limit how much can be typed. I just enjoy vibing in the lives. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. I really love reading these stories. I love sharing them. But yeah. Yeah. Okay, where was I? Character details. Favorite color is green. Favorite pastime is reading. Pet peeve, getting interrupted. One awesome habit, will often fidget with his knife, tossing it in the air and catching it by the blade. I wish that I could do that kind of thing, but I'm the kind of person who accidentally cuts themselves on their pajamas. I'm still recovering and I'm not exaggerating. That is something that happened very recently. One annoying habit, tends not to listen to magic users. He thinks he essentially had their powers handed to them, such as sorcerers, clerics, and warlocks. Notable physical traits. He has a metal left eye and gray hair roots from a melanin deficiency. Knife safety tip. Don't. Danger jammies. For real. POV, DMs when that player submits their PC. The backstory is a novella. Here's the thing. I'm guilty. I'm guilty of it, which is why I knew I had to be like, you cannot send me the 20-page PDF. Because I've done that. I've been there. I've done that. I've been that person. It's how I knew. It's how I knew to make sure to say, don't do that. I'm just not smart enough to write that intensive a backstory. Hey, Kaya. Kaya? I feel like I've asked this before. I've done this very thing. But I hope you're enjoying the treadmill. Okay. That will be J. Redhart then. Here's the thing. I don't think that I'm particularly smart enough to write backstories. I'm just a rambly bitch. I just say a lot of things. And they just kind of fall out of my head. Okay. We have one more person currently in the line who has had 3 times waited, and that is Raven, and then Galaxy Cat. You are up next if you're still here. She's looking over at Twitch to keep an eye on that. Perfect backstory happened on the spot. Me when ADHD. My backstory definitely has a possibility for a love song on brand because Valentine's Day. Cute. But yeah, Raven, if you are still here, I think I saw you fairly recently. Let me know your character's name. Okay, Galaxy Cat, you're up next. Raven, what is your character's name that I may summon them from the Character Treasury and read them forth? Who am I? I don't even know. We have not had Uncontrollable or Wild Magic. I still keep popping over. We, again, started strong on the bingo card, but now I feel like I'm running out of bingo card items. Orion. Which I learned here in Germany is pronounced Orion. But I say Orion, and I always have growing up in California. Orion. There it is. Orion. Not my way. I found the pronunciation. Oreo. My full backstory is Sons of Angst. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Here we go. Reading for Raven. This is hard for me to say. Not Orion. Is it Orion? Orion. I'm making it more complicated than it needs to be. Hi, my name's Anne, and I will make things much more complicated than they are every single time. Orion. Is it Orion? Am I saying that right the first time? Orion. Aaron. Aaron. Okay. Hust. It says right here. All right. Orion Hust. Nickname Oreo. Human, rogue turned paladin. He is 27 years old. Hi, my name's Matt, and I make things worse. Yes, I thought I was like, well, TJ must know this character then. TJ must know this character, and then here you are just making jokes and being right. Which is perfect because party role, reluctant group comic relief that knows when to get serious. Hacker! Backstory. It all started in 1723 from what he remembers, the year he lost everything. Who is he? He is Orion Hust. Hust. How did I say it? The deceased prince of Celestia. Though he isn't really dead, he has been taken away from his mother, Cain, and his brother, Lucana, that year. Ooh! Okay, I know I have things. I have forgot. Okay, maybe that. Oh, forgotten past? I'm counting that. Just getting both those out of the way. Story arc. Over time, Orion had slayed a dragon in order to return to his family. In 1725, he returned to Celestia, only to find that he had been pronounced dead by everyone. His own family, the kingdom as well, had abandoned him. Orion took it upon himself to strive and function on his own. One day, while adventuring, Orion stumbled upon a nasty witch. The witch had cursed him forever to be a werebear. I'm getting Beauty and the Beast vibes. Enraged, Orion attacked the witch, killing her. Now trapped with the curse in his blood, he is doomed to be a werebear until death releases him from his curse. He roams the plains thinking there's a way to cure it, even though he knows there isn't. Rough. That's rough, buddy. Anecdote. The dragon that Orion killed was named Nulette, and it was an ancient red dragon that was capable of both fire and poison breath. Ooh. All that happened in one campaign. Oh my god. Character details. Favorite color, fire orange. That's a good orange. Favorite pastime, sharing stories of his old nightly duties. Top pet peeve, whenever one of his party members doesn't realize he's being serious. One awesome habit, he sharpens his sword with a minotaur horn that he ripped off with his bare hands. Roll for intimidation? One annoying habit, he often plays with his hair when he's stressed, which has caused it to be knotted and crazy, which puts him through pain. Aww. Notable physical trait, he has a bright emerald green eye that is said by his party members to glow in the dark. Catchphrases. Come on, guys, it can't be that bad. Fuck, it's that bad, isn't it? I know, that's a power move. Noodlet. Oh, man. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Orion, everybody. So good. Hi, Chronicle. Well, that's the boy. I love him. Beautiful. It can't be that bad. Wait, what's the Gilligan cut? All right, Galaxy Cat says, my hands are going to be full, or no, covered in clay. I just make stuff up. You know, this is... my brain has, like, predictive text. Kind of like Ron from Harry Potter. My brain has, like, predictive text, which is why I think, like, I can read quickly. My brain just kind of, like, assumes what's coming next. And often it's very correct, but then often it's not. Also. My hands, okay, Galaxy Cat says, my hands are going to be covered in clay by the time you get to my character, so I'll just type this now. Her name is Nadhir. Ooh, Nadhir. Nadhir. My brain has autocorrect. Yeah. Gilligan's Island was one of the pioneers of the, no, I'm not doing that. Smash Cut's doing that. That is one of my favorite tropes of all time. I did not know this Gilligan cut. I am a genius. 5 seconds later. Oh no. That is one of my favorite tropes. I did not know it had a name. I love it so much. It is one of my favorite goofy. I just love it. I love that. End of. That smash cut. I will never go to that place. Next scene, in that place. Fun fact about Orion, he killed the Minotaur by stabbing it in the thigh since it was 20 feet tall. My god. I will needle you to death. Okay. For Galaxy Cat, who is working with clay right now, we are reading Nadhir, also called Nadi. A Firbolg, rogue, thief, and druid wildfire subclass. Pronouns are other when they're 95 years old. It also means, oh, you did it perfectly, yes. Nadhir. Oh yeah, I did it wrong. Nadhir. I keep forgetting. I'm gonna forget the rolled R's. It means not here. I was just unable to add that to their page with the character limit. You caught me at the perfect time. Yes, nailed it. Mine has that autocorrect that corrects it to the wrong word. My brain has autocorrect turned off and I need to turn it back on because I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, Nadhir. Party role. A thief with a heart of gold, shy but unwavering in their resolve to protect those she loves. A 7-foot 6-inch willow tree of a person that can still shake off anyone following her with barely any effort. Beautiful. Backstory. Nadhir had never had a home. Just work that left her numb and hungry. When they finally had enough of the abuse from the lord of the house she served, they attempted to escape in the dark of night. The lord unfortunately caught her sneaking through a window, which led to a scuffle. Nadhir had managed to get away, the lord's beloved pocket watch in hand, and eventually passed out in a barren field. After awaking to a field of freshly grown flowers, they now travel with a group that will come to provide, protect, and prove to them that not only is the world a beautiful place, but that she deserves to see it in all its beauty. Oh, that's such beautiful sentiment. I love it. I love it so much. I love Firbolg as well. We have, in the campaign that inspired the song I'm about to release, the Curse of the Senseless, 1 life, 2 life, 3 life, 4. One of the party members is a Firbolg, and he's a druid, and he is hilarious. I've got a Firbolg Twilight Cleric in my back pocket called Moon. My name. They do tend to be so wholesome. Ridiculous, but wholesome. At least, you know, in our campaign. Story arc. Nadhir never thought there was anything special about her. You know what's actually funny? It means not here. This name means not here. Our, what was his original name? The Firbolg in our campaigns, name meant nothing, and then he changed it later once he thought he had purpose. It was Nullbror, and now he's Venbror. And Nullbror meaning like nothing, and then Venbror, I forget what Ven stood for, but it had meaning. we haven't been able to play for a few months. I'm a little rusty on my notes. But there was like a whole like also like name that had a meaning, and it was fun. Anyways, where was I? Nadhir never thought there was anything special about her. That's what made me think of it, because that was also our Firbolg. Not until Finnabair came along, another young Firbolg summoned by a deck of many things, claiming to not only be Nadhir's sibling, but also claiming that Nadhir herself is nobility. I have surprise siblings, so that's going on there right now. Hello, Cat Mom. It's a tough pill to swallow, especially after 95 years of abuse from the upper class, but Nadhir wants to see Finnabair prove her wrong, prove to Nadhir that this noble family that she apparently belongs to can be kind and loving in everything Nadhir lacked for so long. It's a race to the Feywild, the apparent home of Nadhir's birth, to stop a prophecy from coming true, to stop a mad king from killing everyone and everything Finnabair holds dear. Nadhir won't let her newly found people suffer. That is a fact. This story isn't completed, and it most likely never will be. However, if Nadhir ever got to see the end of it, I think they would be happy. Happy to have contributed to something grander than herself, happy to see what she had been missing for nearly a century, and endlessly happy to find that she wasn't abandoned, but rather stolen in a tragedy that left her family mourning for all this time. Oh, what a wholesome story! Okay, I'm just gonna have a couple feelings real quick. I'm putting too good for this world here. Too good for this world. I feel like call someone out has low-key kind of happened, but mistaken identity? Not sure. Pretty sure kidnapping is also one of the potential squares, not on mine, but in general. Oh boy. Okay. Anecdote. Nadhir never got fresh food for her hard work, much less fresh fruit, until her first drinking game. Lemon wedges are offered as a cure for the taste of cheap alcohol, except no one ever told Nadi you shouldn't eat the lemon skin. No matter, she likes it all the same. To this day, they eat any fruit, peel and all. Ah, my heart! What a beautiful... I know I want to hug all the PCs. They need all the hugs. That one reminds me of a real life story of mine. I had never had okra before, and I ate just like the whole thing that was handed to me. I don't think you're supposed to, there's like a part of it, I forget, it's been a while since I had okra, so I don't remember, but there's like a stem type of thing that you're not meant to eat, but I was just like trying to be, I mean, it's not fruit, but it is a vegetable. I eat my vegetables now, but for many years, well into my adulthood, I was not a vegetable eater, so I didn't know. I was like, whatever, I'll just try it. Trying to be polite. Yeah, you're not meant to do that. I feel like the more trauma we put our PCs through, that means the more we love them. Yeah. Bilbo, no barking. Thank you. Okay. Character details. Okay, we finally got one. Her favorite color is purple, like her beloved's hair. Good boy. What's there? Fine. Hold on, I gotta give the dog a treat. Good boy. What's there? Fine. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Oh, very good. Purple! It isn't trauma, it's insert sparkles. Character development. Good boy. The upstairs neighbor dog barked, and I'm trying to train him that when he hears that dog bark, he gets a treat instead of barking back. Alright. Character details. Let's try this again. Her favorite color is purple, like her beloved's hair. And what I was going to say is, there are a surprising amount of characters whose favorite color has nothing to do with that color and everything to do with the hair color of someone they love. Nadi enjoys her reading lessons. Would that count as a hobby? I think so. They despise people who go out of their way to inconvenience someone else. They grow flowers that convey her emotions, although she isn't completely aware when that happens. Oh, they pause a lot when speaking due to being selectively mute. It tends to annoy new people. They have a prosthetic arm, also caused by the deck of many things. I don't know how to say this word out loud. Vitiligo patches that sometimes peek through over her dyed fur, and an immense amount of whip, knife burn, and dog bite scars. Oh, where was I? Heavily damaged horns from frequent filing and cutting by her lord's commands. I would like to have a word with this guy. And never forget Honey, Nadhir's wildfire bunny companion who helps Nadhir to properly convey their emotions to the color and intensity of their flames. Oh. Vitiligo patches. Did I say it right? What a beautiful character. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hello, Ash. Welcome in. How are you? Only here for a bit, but glad I made it. I'm glad you made it as well. Emotional support, bunny. Well, thank you, Galaxy Cat, for sharing. What a wonderful character. I also love these. Okay. We are 1 hour, 21 minutes in. So, I'm going to say we will probably make it anywhere between 2 to 5 more characters. I will read... Ash, I've added you to the list. I don't think we read yours yet. Did we read yours yet? Has it really been an hour? It's been 1 hour and 20 minutes. But I guess we started at 15. Oh, Cat Mom, should I be adding you to the list? Okay, this is my list so far. I have Knightfang, Moony Mischief, Avalon, Cyber the Bard, Amanda, Juicebox, Cass, your local cosplayer, Ducky, Chronicle, TJ, Christina, Korg, Ash, and Cat Mom. So most likely we're only going to get through the first several of those for the rest of today's live. But anyone that I've noted down, I have a ticker that's times weighted. So if you're able to join on another stream and you've already waited once or twice or 3 times or however many times, that bumps you up higher on the list. So that I can make sure that you don't end up waiting literally forever just because you're not able to come at the start of stream ever, because I know time zones are a thing and work is a thing. So that way literally just like showing up gets you so that in the future you'll be able to hopefully get read quickly after you're able to arrive. But this is my way of trying to make it fair for people who are being able, like, showing up and being here to have their stories read while still also finding a way to get to people who aren't able to be here for the whole stream or aren't able to be here early on the stream. So I think it's been working out. I think it's been working. It's just it is a system, so it can be difficult to explain. But yeah, I appreciate your understanding. But yeah, so I've got both of you now. Cat Mom and Ash will both have a +1 on your name. And then that'll be more next time, etc. Okay. Knightfang. Did I already? Is Knightfang still here? I live in constant paranoia that my recording is not happening. And that one day I'm gonna get off and it'll be like, nope, we don't have your stream. Sorry. Zion. Sorry, just saw your party roll. Okay. Reading for Knightfang. We have Zion. Human doesn't realize he's actually a Warforged, a Fire Lacer / monk. So this is a 5e homebrew for Avatar: The Last Airbender firebending. He is 35 years old. Party roll, the straight man. Backstory. Little is known about his past prior to his exodus from the desert. He has no memory beyond waking up on an altar in a ruin, a long dead body beside him, and no clue as to who he is or why he was there. His only clue is a metal arm and his odd kinship with fire and controlling flames through martial arts. When I first read that, I was reading that as like a long dead body. Then I realized that meant like length of time. It had clearly been there a long time. The token straight guy. Story arc. Zion exited the local desert roughly 5 years ago and has since been adventuring, feeling a deep need to discover who he really is, find a new home, and help those along the way. He also has a sense that he was followed out of the desert, but anytime he looks over his shoulder, there is no one there. He has trouble forming lasting bonds with anyone, but he does have a friend who is a jovial ranger, think Errol Flynn, Robin Hood, who Zion just doesn't get his jokes. Aww. Character details. Zion's eyes are a bright fluorescent blue, revealing something deeper within himself that he is unaware of. Aww. Cute. I love it. I'm going with implied revives or resurrections because clearly something was going on there. I feel like mistaken identity also kind of counted for that last one, which would give me bingo. That would give me bingo. I'm counting it. I haven't had a bingo win for a while. For those who haven't seen, I do have a bingo card generator at bingo.dorko.tv, which is the character story trope bingo. So especially if you end up wanting to watch the VOD later and then go through and actually like check everything off and see if you get a bingo, absolutely go for it. Or you can just, we're only 1 or 2 more stories away now, so can't give away all his secrets. But yeah, so probably won't be able to get very many checked off if you haven't played so far today, but you can always get going and have a good time with it. Did Mooney say they had to go, or is Mooney still here? I feel like Mooney said something about leaving. Unacceptable. We need the tea. Has anyone seen Mooney? I'm really pretty sure Mooney said something about needing to go. Avalon? Pretty sure I saw you just say something interesting so far. Avalon, what is your character's name? I've just been marking down display names, aka or usernames, depending on which chat it's in. I at first was trying to mark down everyone's username and character name, but that got out of hand really fast, so I just quickly write down the display name or username, and even that I often am not able to keep up with. So it's just easier to ask you your character's name when I get to it. Styx. That is one hell of a name. Look up the episode Demon with a Glass Hand from the old show The Outer Limits. Ooh. Styx Freeb the Tricky. Ooh, Arrival to the Twilight Zone. Okay, that's cool. Alright, reading for Avalon. We have Styx Freeb the Tricky. A goblin bard, they them, 22 years old. I'm already here for it. Hey Brian, welcome in. Bards unite! Have we had a goblin? I feel like we had one goblin. I can't remember if we had a goblin yet. I feel like we had a goblin. Anyways. Party roll. Styx is a chaos child with ridiculous ideas that somehow work. I love it. I love it. Ash, thank you so much for hanging. Have a good rest of your day. You had me at Goblin Bard, right? Right! Backstory. Styx is a goblin from a very large, chaotic, and cozy family who strives for adventure. Is Styx me? It's hard to say. One major event that changed their life story was accidentally playing a healing song backwards for an unfortunate tavern owner, changing it into a rapid decay song, which they now use on more disagreeable enemies. Makes me think of that guy on TikTok who plays the song backwards and then he reverses the video to see how well he did. That's what that makes me think of. Imagine if you took health damage watching those videos. What motivates Styx to stay with their party is the thrill of seeing new things and places, but also just traveling with their new family. By the way, if you had a found family box on your bingo card, you should absolutely check it off because I think almost every story today has talked about found family. Story arc. Styx helped their party defeat a sorceress who'd split her soul into 3 dragons by seducing the dragons and having them fight to prove their love for Styx. Ashley, thanks for hanging. Have a good one. Yeah, we do love a good rule of cool. Ooh. So I'm just going to repeat that for everyone who missed it. Styx helped their party defeat a sorceress who'd split her soul into 3 dragons by seducing each of the dragons and then having them fight to prove their love for Styx. Sky, thanks for hanging. Have a good one. The party's druid made an army. Oh god, hold on. I cannot. Every sentence is getting more chaotic in the best possible way. They did the thing thrice. Not once, not twice, thrice. I had to roll for each dragon. Y'all cannot even imagine what the next sentence is. You cannot even, I could tell you, I don't have $1 million, but I could tell you, I will give whoever guesses it right $1 million freaking dollars. And I could give you each 100 guesses, and you would have no idea what was gonna happen next. The party's druid made an army of living potatoes. Just already an amazing start to a sentence. Which have since turned against them because Styx suggested eating them. I don't think we get any more information on these potatoes, but I like to imagine that there is a horde of living potatoes out there running around angry at this party and every once in a while launching small but meaningless attacks while they're sleeping. I have to assume that by living we're going with something more of a sentient meaning here. Brian, thanks for hopping in. I'll see you around. An army of Idaho boys! They recently acquired, I don't see any further information on these potatoes. You drop in an army of living potatoes with that information on me, and then there's not, more to that story. The potatoes are following me. They've recently acquired a bag of holding and use it when gathering, stealing, supplies. Styx is currently trying to learn more advanced bard skills and find a bigger cave for their family. Styx was excited when they first started adventuring and nice to most people they met, but now Styx just yells. Oh. Oh, that sounds good, Brian. Now, Styx just yells, "Vibe check!" and punches the nearest barbarian in the tavern for the pure hilarity of it. Hey, that's not nice. And punches the nearest barbarian in the tavern for the pure hilarity of it. And so they can pickpocket everyone who's too busy with the resulting fight. You know, I really had tavern brawl this whole time, and now we've technically had 2 tavern brawls. The potatoes were eaten when we got stuck in the desert. I find it so funny when small races are barbarians also. I play a halfling barbarian. That's a lot of fun. Oh. Can you relax, little man? Bilbo would be a barbarian if he could. Not the Hobbit, my dog. A kobold barbarian in a one-shot. Amazing. Okay. Anecdote. Styx views anything not currently being used as up for grabs. I'm marking this as ooh shiny because theft is at the heart of that one. I am also going to use unhinged improv weapon for the army of living potatoes. Because I think I deserve it as a treat. As a treat. Character details. Styx loves the color orange, loves to fish, hates when people are greedy for things they don't even use. Come on. Can take whole buildings apart within a few minutes without damaging anything. How? Has done this to every tavern they stayed at that didn't have pickled fish. At not at any point in reading this story did I know what was gonna come next. Like, I couldn't have come up with anything that was coming next this whole time. This is peak D&D performance. Styx is a bingo all by themselves. In the dictionary next to chaos is a picture of Styx. Amazing. Fantastic. I love the art as well. It kept me on my toes. I laughed. I'm kind of crying from laughing. Amazing. Amazing. You know, I should have known from the beginning. Styx, Freeb, the Tricky. I know why their name's Styx, because it would have been the equivalent of hell for the DM. Oh, man. What a ride. How can anyone follow that? Well, we got 20 more minutes. We can do at least 1 or 2 more stories. What a character. What a character. They were in fact hell. I have since been banned from playing bards. Beautiful. Absolutely friggin' beautiful. I can see why. Ooh, hydration check. Hi, Dynamic Duo. How are you today? Hydration check. Meds check. If you gotta take meds, now is a fantastic time to do that. Assuming it's within your medication schedule. That's empty. I'm gonna move my water in front of me now instead. Except not too far in front of me, because otherwise I can't read. Cyber the Bard. Are you still with us? Doing really good. Gonna be stage managing and reading Romeo and Juliet this week. That sounds really nice. Really fun. Ooh. Take mine before bed and every other day because FXR sucks like that. Is Cyber the Bard still here? I know several people had to leave, but I was not able to keep track of everyone who had to leave. And also not everyone announces when they leave, so I'm not sure. Okay. They were here briefly, at least for earlier. Long enough for me to put their name down. Gotta get ready for work. So thank you, Zayfei, for hanging. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, Amanda. Is Amanda still here? You guys can look at the viewers? I can look at top viewers, but I can't just see like a viewer list. Amanda! You know what voice I wish I could do on command very consistently is from Centaur World. Oh man, why did I lose? In my tummy hole! Glendale? Glendale. My tummy hole! Amanda, what's your character's name? That I may seek it out. When the viewers have more power than the streamer, right? Oh yeah, Aurelia. Hello, Vel. Aurelia. Tiefling Paladin. How are you today, Vel? There's potentially a very triggering aspect of the backstory. I can't remember if I included it. I will keep my eye out and either not read it or not modify it, but censor it a little bit if need be. I mean, it does look very tragic, but as far as triggers go, I think it's falling in line with general D&D story expectations, so it is definitely tragic, don't get me wrong. Yeah. For me, it's falling, from what I can see, it falls within what we would expect from a sad character story. But yeah. I probably left it out then. Okay, so, yeah. What is a hero without a tragic backstory, right? Oh, I did my partner's hair for Valentine's. I love that. Thank you for sharing. My cat's having a great time watching the live. Amazing. Okay, reading for Amanda. We have Aurelia, a tiefling Oath of Redemption paladin. She, hers, 28 years old. Party role, the mom and voice of reason. I'm a hairstylist, so I figured I'd be nice. That's wonderful. That makes it even better. I mean, it's always nice, but that it's something that you really like. You do that, so it's basically like getting a pro job done. Drum major on Twitch. TJ over here now because phone was about to die. Good to see you, TJ, over on Twitch. Okay, backstory. So this is dark and sad, but I think the major trigger Amanda was talking about isn't here. Aurelia was once known as Nessalus and was raised in the fighting rings of the Underdark. She was renowned there until the day she had to kill her partner, both romantically and in combat. Ibira, under instructions from Loviatar, racked with guilt and grief, she struck out on her own, fell under the care of the goddess Lyra, and seeks to redeem her own sins. Heavy! Tragic! Story arc. Aurelia's party started as ambassadors of sorts, making friends with the guilds that make up the land and solving their issues. But boy, are there some issues! Like, there ended up being a coup against the ruling class kinds of issues. The party was made of a bunch of strangers who you wouldn't think worked together. Bilbo, come here. It's fine. It's good. Good boy. They're fine. They're fine. Good boy. Good boy. Welcome back. Hope your shower was nice. Can't pet that dog. Yeah. The party was made up of a bunch of strangers who you wouldn't think work well together, and that's probably because the higher-ups wanted them to fail. Aurelia is the one maintaining some semblance of order in the group, while also fighting the demons of her past and trying to come into her own new identity. Blythe. Good boy. More treats for the dog. Sorry for all the interruptions. Good boy. The next step for the party is to be ambassadors again for the new government. This time striking out into a whole new world and making peace with it. And she's cautiously optimistic. They're fine, good boy. I'm already gonna pull a treat out for the next time. Anecdote. Aurelia had flirted with another member of her guild, a strong human fighter named Grips, an NPC. The night before a major battle, they drunkenly hooked up. Both of them end up realizing that their connection is far deeper than they thought. I soundtrack this moment with Taylor Swift's Treacherous. Character details. Favorite color is red, usually dresses in a red and gold color scheme. Excellent color scheme, by the way. Favorite flower is the daisy. Main weapon is the golden glaive of the Holy Avenger, aka the Blade of Righteous. Ultimately, retires from adventuring and opens a bakery. I love an ending like that for a hero or an adventurer. Like, I'm gonna just go freaking do something nice. Something nice and cozy. Good boy. Good boy. It's okay. Good boy. I know. But yeah, thank you. That's enough drama for me. I'm gonna retire. But yeah, thank you for sharing, Aurelia. Double. The campaign is long over, but I love my paladin girl to death. Aw, yeah. Beautiful. Ah, yes. Wait. Another plate for your finest trauma. Another plate of your finest trauma. Juicebox. I think I have time for one, maybe two more stories, and you are up next. What is your character's name? Welcome back from your shower. Here's a reading. Same character. Okay, hold on. Found ya. Belladonna it is. Hello, CG. Today I already have a very long list that I will not finish, but I will put you on the list for when we do these again. Go clock in for work, everybody. I'll see everyone in a week. Yes, Avalon. Have a good day at work, and we'll see you around. Arabella. Okay. Reading for Juicebox, we have Belladonna or Arabella. A vampire gunslinger. She, hers, 645 years old. Party role, a rich older sister. Backstory. Belladonna, born as Arabella Serafino, was a vampire born into royalty as her father came from an ancient species of vampire, ruling over very traditional styles of vampires. This society is dark by outsiders' means, treating humans and other species like livestock as a means to drain their blood and sell their meat. Good lord. For only 16 years, Bella was worshipped by her kingdom, treated as the missing link between this ancient species of vampire and the more modern vampires everyone is used to. Unfortunately, Bella ends up being exiled and her father executed due to fear around their animalistic nature, after it is believed that their father cannibalized her mother in a frenzied rage. Oh my god. Yeah, edgelord, if you got that one. Good lord. Exiled and alone, very young, and unable to Unable to properly hunt on her own, Bella ends up trekking through through various neighboring kingdoms, some of which attacked and criticized her for her animalistic appearance and status as a vampire. Good lord. Eventually, she takes an interest in guns. I should mention that Bella is small, standing at a measly 4'11" and weighing practically nothing. Her bat-like features, such as her nose and large ears on top of her head, not to mention her being born albino, make it extremely difficult for her to hunt in the normal way vampires would. So rather than take the short end of the stick, she figured she'd choose a hefty weapon for compensation. Slowly, she makes her way to the kingdom of Skeletor, a kingdom that prides itself in unity between all species, whether you're dead, undead, or alive. Each type of person is catered to, and everyone has a shot at success. Eventually, strange goings-on end up plaguing the streets of Skeletor. And although she is very posh, Bella takes an interest, eager to defend the kingdom who took her in when no one else would. Tiny! Alright, this one is a little longer, so this may need to be the last one for today, just as a heads up. Story arc. Bella ends up finding love. Though she had a few flings as a teenager, nothing compared to the relationship she found in a 7-foot-tall pumpkin leshy. Conray, originally an assistant to another party member, wins Bella over via his kindness and positive approach to every scenario. Though he can be a little nervous and anxious at times, Bella found his timidness very appealing, and seeing him in combat only sealed the deal. Though a big issue comes to rise as she finds out that leshies only live up to 30 to 40 years, whereas Bella has lived that lifetime nearly 20 times over, so she becomes obsessed with researching occult magic in an effort to find a way to keep her lover alive. Bella struggles to come to terms with the fact that humans can coincide with vampires. It makes her uncomfortable thinking that they are food, and yet have so much personality and energy. Where the humans she was used to seeing in her kingdom were very meek and quiet. She ends up finding friendship in a local shopkeep, one she ends up hiring to work at her clothing shop. She's a bit of a fashionista, because he has many jobs. Sreli, a human, one who came from a lineage of vampire hunters, which he lied to her about. Eventually, Bella ends up finding out that the strange happening in Skeletor are all linked to this ancient god they call Vunthu, which didn't impress her initially until she found that the frenzied rage her father went into and the rituals he taught her to perform weekly were all tied to this being. In fact, Bella finds out that she is a werebat of sorts, designed to serve this god as a war pawn, and the rituals she was doing were to keep that werebat at bay and strengthen Vunthu in the process, which is obligated to quit, resulting in a long-lasting fatigue. Anecdote. It was believed that Bella would never turn unless she died, and thus was too weak to hold the pawn back. However, being introduced to holy symbols while investigating the issues surrounding Sreli, Bella becomes weakened. Eventually, she is turned. This changes her into a demonic and grotesque bat-like creature that clicks and shrieks, enveloping itself in shadows and lunging out to attack the various party members in a devastating fight. As a last-ditch effort to save her, one of the party members calls on Conray to hopefully talk the creature down. But before he can arrive, the pawn is defeating and laying limp on the floor. Conray shows up, finding his lover has turned into a beast and is now bloodied and broken on the ground, as he lashes out to the party members for allowing her to die. Even as they try to heal her, the body begins to disintegrate and turn to ash in Conray's hands. Oh my god. This is so sad. Later, he goes to her home, desperately trying to find some conclusion as to what happened and how to save her. The other members attempt to help, but find nothing. Once everyone has given up and left, Conray is forced to stand in an empty home with nothing but her tattered clothing to look at. But of course, as vampires do, the dust and ash that made up her body curls over itself, spreading across her coffin and folding like kneaded dough until eventually a silhouette springs to life and Bella snaps awake in her coffin bed. Oh my god, thank goodness that it ends well. Right, and don't break our hearts with the last story of the day. Bella's back! Bella's back! Oh! Whoa! I was like, oh man, this is so dark. I mean, it was still dark and sad, but Bella's back! Bella's back at the end. Bella's back. Good lord. Character details, y'all. Favorite, this is good for the last one on February 14th. Favorite colors, red, pink, Valentine's Day colors. Literally the way that that's described. Pastime, creating statement fashion pieces, catering to her 2 revolvers. Good habit, nurturing, tending to her party members by adjusting their clothes, fixing their hair, comforting them just to be affectionate. Bad habit, jealousy, very opinionated and outspoken. Physical traits, albino, pinkish red eyes, large white ears, straight white hair, pinkish gray, almost translucent skin, and a bat nose. Whew, that was a roller coaster of emotions. And I think that will be, what a roller coaster. And I think that will be the last one for today. Just, yeah, I'm so pleased. You should be. You took us on a ride there, for sure. You took us on a whole ass ride. Which is what stories are supposed to do, I think, so. Gut gemacht. I appreciate traumatizing all of you. But well, mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Good stories today. I'm glad I could stay the whole time for once and hear them live. It was great to have you, TJ. But yeah, this will be it for today. I will try to get the VOD up in the next... I'm kind of tired. I don't know if I'm going to be able to work on it much tonight. But a VOD will be up on YouTube within the next couple of days for this. And otherwise, keep your eye out for more music stuff. And eventually, I will get back into editing the character stories to be reposting. I'm still working through session 3. This is session 17, just for context. But yeah, keep your eye out for those. I will be also getting back to the RPG comments game soon. I'm hoping to do a video for that this weekend. But yeah, happy Wednesday. Happy Valentine's Day. Treat yourself to something nice. Do something good for yourself. Indulge your inner child. Keep making stories. I hope you all get to play fun sessions this week. Yeah. That's gonna be all for today. But, yeah, really appreciate you hanging out with me. Yeah, actually, one last thing. On my TikTok profile, I use the events feature, so you can go to my TikTok profile and register to the next one, which will tell you the time in your time zone, but I've been streaming every Wednesday to do these stories. At the same time as today, which I started about 2 hours ago. And usually the lives are about 2 hours. This is my first live with you. I've had a blast. But yeah, I try to do these every Wednesday. So far, I haven't missed one. I'm sure eventually I will have to skip something at some point. But yeah. Yeah. Keep your eye there. If you're in the Discord, dorko.tv/Discord. If you're in the Discord, I also have a recurring event. If you're 18 plus, you can join there and hang out with us there. And yeah, that's it. Okay. Goodbye for real. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Toys for anyone. Okay. Bye.